Are we live? Are we live yet? Okay, hello. Hello, people. I'm gonna really quickly just tab to Twitch and make sure that, yep, it seems to be working. Can everybody see and hear me okay? That's a good question. Because if so, we can probably get started. Can people hear me? Lee, can you hear me? Just want to make sure that people can hear me before I get started. You're supposed to see one frame. It's just a single slide. Okay. Oh, shoot. Nope. Why can't you hear me? Hello? I should be transmitting sound. That's okay. That's bizarre because, yeah, the sound should definitely be transmitting. Okay, you can hear me. You can hear me. Sweet. I hear there's a voice chat in the Discord. I don't see a voice chat in the Discord, but... there you go. Hello. Hello, Perks. Alright, no worries, no worries. I'll let you know. We're going to get started very quickly here. I do have a bit of a cold right now, so I apologize if I'm sniffling. So, just to let you guys know of what the current setup is, as you can see, I have this PowerPoint presentation currently full screened, so I cannot see anything else on the screen. I am in the voice chat on one of the Discord servers I'm in. If you don't know what server I'm talking about, you're probably not on it. And I have my phone out with the Twitch chat. I have my phone out with the Twitch chat, so if you say something in Twitch chat, I should be able to see that, provided that the app doesn't crash, which it's already done for me twice. Okay, Marble2 wants to say that I'm sexy. Thank you, Marble2. Hold on. I have to send him back a thing. There you go. Alright, so if there are no objections, let's get started. Who is that? Oh, hey. Wait. Okay. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Good to hear some of your wonderful voices. I find it a little bit ironic, to be honest, that Rozzy seems to have the most masculine voice of anybody in the voice chat, but oh well. That happens. Anyway, so Callie. Okay, so in any case, oh gosh. So I guess we'll get started now. Uh, Welcome everybody to this little stream, although it might turn into a very big stream in my experience. Uh, and I'm here on voice chat on Discord with some peeps, and I don't mean the weird marshmallow kind. And I have this PowerPoint presentation that I made for you guys because, yeah. Oh, oh shoot, you can't hear the Discord voice chat. Okay, I do need to change that then. I think I know exactly why that is. Uh, huh. Yeah, let me make sure I can do this. Okay, so I think all I have to do is go into this audio here. Where is audio? Oh, voice. And then set the output device to input instead of aux input. Okay, stream people, can you hear this?
Josh.
I have it muted.
Can you hear that, Josh?
Josh.
Josh. Okay, well, according to OBS, you should be able to hear the people in voice chat now. So,
Josh.
Hey, what's up?
I will say once again,
I'm the deafen and then.
welcome to the Quaternion development update. This is April 23rd, 2017. The most wonderful day of the year. That is April 23rd.
Current year.
Yeah, I know.
It's April 23rd, current year.
It's 2017, guys, and all kinds of wonderful things are happening, like the Trump presidency, which is, and I'm being totally sarcastic when I say wonderful, but regardless, let's not get political. Let's not get political yet. So,
Politics is for later in the stream.
let's talk about Quaternion.
Oh,
So, first
I know,
off,
Jeff.
first
Sorry
off,
about that.
let's give
Let's
a little bit of an overview of the game as I'm sort of conceptualizing it. The way I think of this is, hold on one second. I'm gonna turn the I'm
let's
gonna
talk
turn
about
Spoilers!
King of the Mountain.
there we go.
King of the Mountain. You want King of the Mountain?
So basically divide Quaternion in my head into 6 levels. Those 6 levels are what I have listed here, and I'm giving them these code names because obviously I don't want to completely spoil what they are or what they're called.
Corresponding to the 6 axes of rotation in Quaternions.
There are not 6 axes of rotation in Quaternions.
This is just the mic that came with my new computer. I don't know why it's so bad.
Oh, wait, is that you that's making the static noises?
Me? Am
Yeah.
I? Okay, that normally doesn't happen.
I thought that was
So,
me.
I tried to turn their volume down a bit. I'm going to turn it down just a bit more just to make sure. But yeah.
Okay, Perks, let's talk louder.
What's going wrong with my mic? It's usually pretty bad, but it doesn't usually make like weird static noises.
Okay,
I thought
okay.
that
I
was
think we're good
nice.
now. So anyway, so Quaternion, I divided into sort of 6 levels, and here they are. To be clear, these aren't necessarily all single levels. It's still too loud. Oh, okay. Hold on one moment.
Is it just a matter of volume?
Okay, how's that sound? That should be fine. Anyway, so
You.
these 6 levels, and not all of these are single levels. In particular, level H is actually sort of multiple levels in one, but that's another story, and that's not terribly important at the moment. So anyway, so the big question is, what is my progress on these 6 levels? And here's a diagram where for each level it's sort of my current progress for that level. It looks really cool because I used PowerPoint's fancy things, and yeah. So basically, level O is released. You've already played it. That's Orthoplex Temple, the level from the demo. Level K and level W are also completed. I have some people sort of testing those and making sure everything's good, and I might make some more minor changes to those, but at the moment I'm sort of setting those aside so that I can work on level F, which is my main focus right now. Level F is currently in progress. I was just working on some code for one of the puzzles in it last night, and that was going pretty well. So yeah, that level is going to be pretty cool. And then level H is already partially completed, but I'm wanting to work on that last, since that will include, among other things, the first thing you see in the game, like gameplay-wise. So I want to make sure that that's, made it pretty well and all that. I want to do that last. And then over here, we have, of course, level Q. I know I'm saying over here, and I'm not gesturing toward anything. Level Q is currently just in planning. Like, I don't have anything for that actually built yet, but I have a bunch of ideas in my head.
Does level K stand for King of the Mountain?
Level K does not stand for King of the Mountain.
That's
Sadly.
really disappointing.
Will there be a level U in DLC?
Oh my god, please.
There will not be a level U in DLC as I have planned, but I don't know. I have no plans for that at the time. So,
Okay, it probably is Lee.
so
He does that.
so then the question is, when is all of this stuff going to be done? Now, I want to make it clear that anything you're seeing on the next slide is not an official release date. It's just my current rough idea of when I expect to have things done. But there's no official release date here or anything. So, as you all know, the demo for Quaternion was released on December 17th, 2016. And then level K was completed a few months later. As you can see, it took me a while to complete level K, mostly because I was busy with other stuff and wasn't really devoting as much time to Quaternion as I should have been. But I, after that, started to pick up the pace and completed level W about a month after that. And that's what I'm expecting to do going forward, is complete about one level per month. So I'm hoping to get level F done by the end of May, beginning of June, around when my school gets out. And by gets out, I mean I'm actually graduating from college, which is kind of a big thing.
Ooh.
But anyway, I have not at all spent more time on this presentation than the game itself, by the way. If you think that's true, you're simply wrong. I wish I could show you all the crazy stuff I've put into Quaternion by now, because it's really cool. But sadly, I don't want to spoil the whole game. So ask Hi Guy, for instance. He's played most of it by now. He's one of my testers. Hi Guy, don't reveal too much. So don't be a Blazer-yo and leak the whole game. Anyway, gosh, I wonder how many people in the Marvel West community still remember who Blazer-yo was.
I do.
I do.
Yay, I don't feel too old yet. Okay, so level Q I then expect to have completed by the beginning of July, and level H by the beginning of August. And then I'm hoping by the end of the summer, around the beginning of September or so, I'll be able to fully release the game. Now, there are a couple of questions here. One is about, like, how do I know that's going to be done by then? Is there anything else I anticipate? Well, to be fair, I should have a lot of time this summer to devote to the game, but at the same time, I will also be a little bit busy getting ready to start the next chapter of my life after college, and that chapter, of course, is graduate school, because I'm a total loser who doesn't want to get a life outside of school.
If I can interrupt for a second, Jojo has an important question for you on the Twitch
Yes,
chat.
I just saw Jojo's question. I will answer that question right now. Whirly, how much will you being a hardcore Yiffmeister influence the final product? Well, I will say that I don't intend to put any furry porn in the game as it stands, but if there's enough community request for it, I probably still won't do it, because I'm pretty sure you can get banned from the Marble Blast community for posting links to porn. However...
Getting banned is the first step to, I don't know,
the first step to
not
Blazer.
being a loser.
Anyway. So I will end up starting a graduate school in the middle of August. I will also... I will also... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by furry porn. By which I mean by people posting... Not posting furry porn, posting the words furry porn. My gosh. Okay. I'm also going to be, in early September, if the game isn't done by then, there might be another bit of a slight delay due to one weekend I'm going to be going on a trip, which is going to be fun. But regardless, my life is going to get crazy at the end of this summer, which is part of the reason why I want to make sure to get the game out by then. Now then, one other thing I should mention about this timeline. You may be wondering, after August 1st on this timeline, no, Lee, the trip is not a furry convention. Anyway, If by August I'm supposed to have all of the levels done, then what am I going to be doing for the rest of August before the game releases? Well, I'll be going back over levels I've already made and sort of polishing them, adding some stuff. A great example of that is difficulty levels. Based on some of the feedback from the demo, I feel like I should definitely have multiple difficulty settings for this game. So that if you're not a hardcore puzzle enthusiast, you're not going to die. But if you
Thank
are
you.
a hardcore puzzle enthusiast, then you can be as masochistic as you want. Maybe that was phrased poorly, but anyway. So this is my current development timeline, and again, no official deadline here. This is just sort of my own thought as to right now what I foresee happening. So, enough talking about Quaternion. Why don't we actually show some Quaternion? Before I actually open up the game, I want to just show you some screenshots of what I've been working on, strategically leaking a few things that I think are kind of cool. So this here,
Strategically.
you should recognize. This is Orthoplex Temple. This is a level that you have already played. But what you should be able to see in the screenshot is that the shaders have been updated. I forget whether I've shown the
Ooh.
newer version of the shaders, but yeah, this is what they look like right now. And I do have the shaders on a little bit of a high setting in this screenshot to make the screenshot look nice. But it's like a moderate setting. Like this screenshot, I was probably still getting at least 40 or 50 FPS. So still very playable, looks smooth. Honestly, above 40 or 50 FPS, I usually can't tell the difference. But yeah. If you do
JoJo
want like,
says,
if you want to get
okay.
90 FPS on like an old single core machine, there will be graphics settings to adjust in the final game.
JoJo
This
says the only leaks I'm interested are the ones from your kitty beans.
Jojo, I am flattered, but I am not going to show you my kitty penis. Anyway, so penises aside, so this is if you were wondering what level K was and if it was King of the Mountain, this is level K. It is not King of the Mountain. You might notice some of these screenshots might be at slightly awkward camera angles. For instance, this level, like this screenshot right here, there are new features off screen, like just off screen in like 3 different places in this screenshot. So I'm definitely being
Strategic.
strategic as to what I'm showing you and what I'm not. One thing you should be able to notice, though, there is a thing in the background. If you look closely, you see how outside that doorway everything looks blue. Yeah, that's because the doorway that to this room has this blue field over it. Now, if you're familiar with the Quantum Blast from Orthoplex Temple, that's one of several quantum power-ups, as I'm calling them, and the blue field clears whichever one you currently have. So it's sort of like the Fizzlers from Portal. Lee is wondering what's with the noise in the sky. Yes, that's a good question. I made the sky kind of noisy just as sort of an additional cool-looking effect. It looks more prominent in these screenshots than it tends to look in the game, at least in my opinion. But if you folks think it looks terrible, like if my testers think it looks terrible, I might adjust it later. I don't know. Anyway, this screenshot here, you can see a few new things. This is level, oh gosh, what do I call it? Level W. Level W, and yeah, here you can see a doorway right there. That is a door that has this really cool opening animation where it sort of twists and then it twists out, and it looks kind of cool. Next to that door is a bar to measure something. Not gonna say what. And you can see a lamp in the corner, and yeah. And that lamp is sadly not dating H-Perks.
Oh,
So if you were looking for that
Okay,
kind
that's
of
the
lamp, you won't find it in Quaternion.
disappointing.
Anyway, so yeah, so this is a great level in my opinion. Well, Obviously, I'm not really showing off much of it at the moment. You might be able to see something in that little thing to the right. I'm not going to say much about that. But yeah, this level, I forget if there was something else I wanted to say about it. Whatever, let's move on. This is level F. Uh, as you can see here, it looks like a tree. In fact, it looks like multiple trees. It is, in fact, multiple trees. And, yeah, it's
Oh,
kind
I
of
see.
interesting. Also, again, there's a quantum power-up, like, right off screen that I'm not leaking.
Jojo says, this stream is trash. At least Savage would show a little skin to keep these interesting. Let's see some nips.
I am not going to show you my nipples. I'm sorry. And then, here's a screenshot from level H. At least from one part of it, from the part of it that's done. If this screenshot looks familiar to you, then shh, don't give it away. But yeah. So
Ooh, yes.
at this point, I would like to accept any questions that any of you have. Yes, any questions. Any questions. Any question I will answer truthfully. I may not give you a lot of information depending on what the question is. What?
Do you,
Okay, that's my roommate in the background. He's being annoying.
Hello!
The people I'm chatting with on Discord say hello.
I have a question. I have a question for your roommate.
Hold on. Okay, what's your question for him?
What's it like living with a furry?
So he's asking you what's it like living with a furry?
It sucks.
So what you don't know is that my roommate is also a furry. So yeah.
All right.
Oh, one of our other sweet mates is just shaking his head at us in disappointment. Jojo asks, how much would you charge for a bottle of Yiffies? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by Yiffies or how you intend me to fit them into a bottle. So until you clarify, I feel I can't answer this question.
How many roommates do you have and how many of them are furries?
Sorry, what was that?
When you were applying for a roommate, was there a checkbox that you could just check furry? It would match you. with someone
There
who's
was
furry?
not. What happened is actually the two guys I'm rooming with right now. They lived next door to me at sophomore year, and they were one of them of course is a furry, and that's actually sort of what got me to be a furry is the fact that
Is that
like
the other? Is the other one Jojo?
he was a furry, and so I like sort of hung around his room, saw all his furry shit, and thought like, dang, that actually looks kind of attractive. And that's a horrible way of putting it, but that's basically how it all started. Then I got those two to agree to room with me junior year, and they still didn't know I was a furry at that point, which was hilarious. And then we still got along junior year, so we're living together senior year. We do have one other suite mate, or at least we did, but he is studying abroad in Japan this quarter. He's a bit more of a weeb than a furry. So yeah. Okay. So Marble 2 has a legitimate question. What do you plan on doing after this mod? That's a very good question. I don't want to spoil anything. I have two plans. One of them, I'm going to have to investigate how possible it would be because it would involve some serious modifications to Marble Blast, or at least to some version of Marble Blast. So yeah, I might theoretically be planning another mod, or not another full-fledged mod, but rather some tools.
Far less furry.
Yeah, and then it is not Marble Blast Furry. That would be amazing, though. I actually, at one point was thinking about that back when, yeah, back a while back. I was thinking, if Three Folder and I and like some other folks got together, we could make a Marble Blast mod made entirely by furries. Like, we wouldn't even make it a furry-themed mod or anything. We'd just make the entire staff happen to also be furries. Uh, okay, but I do have another plan, but I've
Another
actually
serious
heard that.
question.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let me read through some other questions. What type of furry porn do you fap to? I actually can honestly say that I do not. I do not fap to furry porn of any kind. Wait, what?
Want a second opinion?
What do you
I
mean a
think
second
your
opinion?
room might beg to differ here.
Okay, so
There
my
be-
roommate
Yeah.
hopefully doesn't know. Okay, let's not get into that. Um, I am not a gay furry or a midget furry. In fact, if you have ever met me in person, and I know at least two members of the Marble Blast community can attest to this, I am about as far from a midget as they come. Also, the term
Six
midget
six.
is typically considered offensive by midgets, so, yeah, don't call midgets midgets. Um, MB Collector asks, are you using anything from MBPU in Quaternion? That is actually a very good question, and yes.
Unfortunately, not the U.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You gotta have a couple memes here and there.
Actually, I just, a few weeks ago, ended up taking an asset from MBPU and just straight up reusing it in Quaternion because it fit the style well enough, and it was exactly the sort of thing I was looking for, and I just didn't care to make it again because it was already good enough.
Is it glue? It's glue.
If you're betting it's glue, I did not copy the glue power-up from MBPU into Quaternion. You can interpret that statement however loosely you like. Are you gay for Jeef's butt? No. Honestly, to Jeff, if you're listening to me, I'm sure you will find someone, or have already found someone, but that person is not me.
Oh,
Jojo says, Whirly, when are you going to kickstart your Undertale porn parody visual novel? Do you think I can draw cartoons to save my life, Jojo?
So that's what's stopping you?
I guess by visual novel you mean like the video games, right? I guess I could just rip some Undertale assets and make that a thing, but I will let other people do that. I've
Just
I've
call it-
already I've already done my share of piggybacking off of Toby Fox's success, okay? Have you seen my SoundCloud view counts? They're hilarious.
You should call it Undertale, but with the different spelling of tail.
That's
Very
already a
tough.
subreddit.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm
Of
Derp
course you
King, whom I'm assuming is Derp King, asks, will there be a furry marble skin?
Please, God.
Will there be a furry marble skin? Not in Quaternion, because in Quaternion you will not be able to customize the marble. I am sorry. However,
Why?
I am sure that some furry at some point will end up making a furry marble skin. I can't say that that person is me. Okay, I'm Derp King asks, what type of cat is the hottest? Well, first off, I'm going to be clear here and say that we are only considering cats of human level intelligence. So, like, talking cats, anthropomorphic cats, and I I would not
He's dodging the question.
do anything sexual with an ordinary, unintelligent cat. That being said, probably calicos. Next question. Have you ever considered undergoing Mike Pence's furry electroshock therapy? I wasn't aware that Mike Pence had a version of that for furries. But I am quite content and at peace with my own interests and inclinations, and so I see no need to undergo any kind of therapy for them. Also, being a furry, I have to give this sort of obligatory disclaimer that being a furry is not necessarily sexual. It can be as sexual or as non-sexual as you want it to be.
It's sexual.
Marble2 asks, have you ever rubbed your nipples intensely? I don't know. Define intensely. Marble2 asks, Whirly, do you follow the news? I would love to hear your opinion on North Korea. Sure, why not? So my opinion on North Korea is that the situation there plain sucks. And I'm actually a little bit pissed at China for continuing to ally with North Korea, because that's basically the only thing from keeping us from just breaking down the Murica door and like straight up taking over and giving them a nice democratic government, kind of like we did for South Korea. Although that isn't really working for South Korea, at least not as well as for some countries. So I don't think we should invade North Korea. The U.S. tends to not be good at barging into foreign affairs like that. However, I'm sure that if North Korea tries to attack us, we will attack them back and we will win. This will probably severely damage our relationship with China and Russia, but it'll be far from the worst thing that could happen to us.
NBC asks, are you planning to add anything to Quaternion after release?
I'm doing these questions in order, okay?
Oh, well, that one was serious, and it's been a while since we've had serious questions.
Well, yeah, but I have to get through JoJo's question first. Really, have you ever drawn a kitty face on your penis and tried to blow yourself? So first off, this question is ambiguous. Are you asking if I've done both of those things at once or on separate occasions? In either case, I have done neither. I'm kind of repulsed by the idea of drawing things on human skin. Like, ew. I've actually thought about getting a tattoo. If I were to get a tattoo, what I'd want to do is have my tattoo be a QR code that when you scan it, gives you my health information, like what my blood type is and shit. Because I think that would actually be useful. Like, if you find me unconscious somewhere, you can scan it and be like, yo, this dude's an organ donor, let's harvest his organs.
You sure you don't want just a link to the Pizzazz video?
That would also be freaking amazing, but I'm not going to dedicate a part of my body to pizzazz. Feel free to quote me on that.
Probably already too late.
I also have not tried to blow myself, simply because I can't even touch my toes. Do you expect me to be that flexible? Okay, now for the serious question. Are you planning to add anything to Quaternion after release? My answer to this question is going to be that I'm not going to answer this question, which probably tells you what the answer is, because if the answer were no, then I would have said no. But yeah, I am planning to have some stipulation. Okay, I guess I am answering this question now. I am planning to add some way to expand on the base game, and I may keep developing simply because I have nothing better to do. Actually, I do have something better to do. I have another video game project I'm working on, but that's another story. Alright, I'm Derp King asks, why do you...
Interrogators would love you, Whirly Gig.
I'm Derp King asks, why do you keep denying that being a furry is a fetish? because it's not always a fetish. I know multiple furries for whom it is a purely non-sexual interest, and they want to shy away from the sexual side of things as much as possible.
Besides, do you have a Star Wars fetish?
My roommate brings up a good point. There are also plenty of people who are fans of Star Wars or Star Trek or what have you, for whom it is not a fetish.
It's a concept. It's a thing that you'd like. Now, of course, you can make it porn all day, but they do that in Star Wars too.
Exactly. Jojo says, Whirly, given the cat's consent, would you let a cat fist you? Well, first off, I'm assuming that this is like a sapient cat, because otherwise that's bestiality, which isn't cool. I probably not, because A, my butt isn't used to having anything significantly sized in it, and B, retractable claws, that's all I have to say.
Wait, you mean you retract the clause you said earlier?
Jeff says, Whirligig, do you support Jeremy Corbyn or the Tories? You know, I'm not sure whether this is politics or a rock band. So that shows you how much I know. I'm guessing this is a British political question, and I honestly don't know. Like, I don't... I'm already too busy caring about American politics. Marble 2 says, what do you think of China's gobbling up of global resources? It's slightly horrifying, especially since their government oppresses their people in certain ways. I do not like the way the Chinese government handles censorship at all. I also don't like the way they give communism a bad name. Jeff says tattoos are disgusting. I guess that's not a question, but okay. Jojo says, what is the largest size object you have managed to fit inside your bumhole? Probably one of my turds. I haven't measured their girth, but I'm guessing it's one of my turds. Lee says, get a job. I'm going to grad school. Hopefully I'll be able to get a job. Derp King says, what's your interpretation of this picture? My interpretation of this picture is that it's a furry who has way too much time on their hands. MB Collector says, are you ever going to make any more mods, or is Quaternion your final one? I can't really comment on that, in part because I don't even know. Jojo says, when will you do a co-op YIF stream with your roommates? I think my roommate heard that. That depends on what you mean by YIF stream. Do you mean YIF stream as in having sex, or as in making porn? Because if you mean if you mean having sex, then never, because not the least because he's not into that. And I'm not into him. There's nothing going on between us. If you mean making porn, the answer is also probably never, because even if I were to do that, I wouldn't want to tell the world about that, and I wouldn't do that anyway.
No, if he was anti, you do animations sometimes.
I do animations
Ooh.
of what? That's not porn, Steven. Hold on. Jeff says, how many OpenGL extensions do you have on your cat? I have a confession to make to the entire community. I do not yet own a cat. I do plan on having a cat someday, but as it stands, I don't have a cat. Marble 2 says, what do you think of Jeef's programming skills? Well, as applied to challenges, I think they're non-existent. But in general, I mean, he does have actually some amount of skill. I will give him credit. He has experience. I wouldn't call him the best programmer in the world, though, by far. Derp King says, should Jeff shave his neck beard? Jeff, do you have a neck beard? Because if so, this is news to me.
I thought you meant Jeff Kaplan, the Blizzard guy.
I would say Jeff should do whatever he wants to do. It's his beard, and he owns his body. That being said, Jeff, if you want to make somebody, like, if you want to please somebody, like Jeff, if there's a special someone you're looking after, or going after, whatever, maybe you should try to figure out what they want you to look like. Now, I'm not saying you should change who you are to please someone else, by far, but personal hygiene matters. Marble2 asks, who is a better programmer, Jeef, High Guy, or Derp King? Not gonna lie, Derp King all the way. Without Derp King, we would not have engine hacks, first of all. I've known the guy for several years, and honestly, he's always been, like, one of the most skilled programmers I've met. Even, like, especially when it comes to modding things and hacking things and whatnot. So, yeah. Jojo says, how does your yodeling fetish affect your relationships with your roommates/neighbors? I don't have a yodeling fetish. I'm not sure where that came from.
Maybe it's in your dreams.
Rosie asks, can you play King of the Mountain while you answer questions? This one slide is kind of boring. I'll do you one better. I'll play Quaternion while I answer questions. So, taking a little bit of a break from these questions, I am now opening up Quaternion so that I can at least show you something while, yeah. So I'm just going to be playing this level at the moment. This is Orthoplex Temple. This is what you all know and love already. However, I might sort of show you a few things, depending. So yeah. Derp King asks, speaking of King of the Mountain, what's your favorite MBG level besides King of the Mountain? Ooh, that is a really good question, and I'm actually not sure off the top of my head. You know, as cliche as this sounds, I do actually really like Whirl. I wouldn't say it's my second favorite, though. Second favorite's maybe Under Construction, if we go by how much I play them. Dive is pretty neat. I don't know. Call me vain, but most of the levels in MBPU that I like are the MBPU add-on levels. Jeff says that High Guy and he both agree that Derp King is better. Just a second, guys, because I'm going to demonstrate something. So, you know this level and how everything in this level is in the key of A flat? Like the blast sound and the bells? Well, the checkpoint is 2 now. I have added some code so that checkpoints have their sound tuned to the key that the music is in each level. So that's cool. That's something new. You can also see how the shaders look right now. They might not look the best. You will definitely see some artifacts, and that's a lot to do with the fact that I have my graphics settings a little bit low so that I can maintain good FPS. Plus, in my opinion, it doesn't look that bad. But again, whatever your opinion is. Marble2 asks, what do I think of Caitlyn Jenner? I mean, I think if she wants to identify as female, she should go ahead. I'm not going to stop her. I feel like gender is kind of a silly concept in the first place. Physical sex, obviously, is not silly and has a scientific basis. But that's not the question here. The question is about how one identifies gender-wise, and like I've said, if you want to use whatever pronouns and terms whatever labels you like, go ahead. Now, labels are a bit interesting because they can be diluted over time and come to mean something apart from what they actually mean, and that's a problem. Great example of this being the word triggered, which should be a legitimate issue that people are concerned with, but has turned into a total meme, and that is actually a problem. That being said, I think the terms male and female, as they apply to gender, are like if any term deserves to be diluted, it's that. So yeah, then that's my opinion. Derp King says, if you could add one feature to PQ, what would it be? Can I say being released? No, because I'm afraid that if I answer this question, you're going to want to implement it, and then it's going to delay PQ for a month. But, that being said, one thing that I think it would be really cool to see, gosh. See, the problem is most of my ideas are things that I've actually made features in Quaternion. So, I feel like if anything, now that you have a reflective marble, I know it'll probably destroy everyone's FPS, but reflective water would be so freaking cool, guys. Maybe bake the textures or something, you know, and then you could do it. Marble2 asks, if you could kill one member of the Marble Blast community, who would you kill? Well, because you said if I could, and not if I had to, I'm going to assume that I have the option to choose nobody, and then... No! Not choose nobody! Oh gosh! Nobody is fine! Nobody is
Wow.
fine! He can
gonna
smoke
get
all the
salty
weed he
now.
wants. No, I would neglect to choose anyone, and let
Okay, he's gonna
everybody
get-
simply die normally.
He's gonna get salty anyway because no one told him about this stream.
I mean, I posted on like 17 chats.
Yeah.
Alright, Derp King says, better question, MB community,
Oh no.
I'd rather not say certain words in that comment. Call me a pussy. No, seriously, call me a pussy. I like that. But the version of the game, the way of calling it that I prefer, which I think is hilarious, is fork, spoon, knife. So, fork, spoon, and knife. If I have to fork one member of the Marble Blast community, spoon one, and knife one.
Ooh.
That's a
Alrighty.
good question.
You can't opt out.
For fork, I would probably... Okay. Hi guy, please don't kill me for this. I would probably say hi guy, but I'm not at liberty to say why. Yeah, and again, hi guy, I will say this. That's assuming I have to do someone. Like, I would not want to have sex with hi guy, let's make this clear. It's just that if I had to make a choice. For Mary, that's also a really good question. I mean, I'd probably just want to marry somebody who's like a good friend of mine. And so I hate to force Derp King into a gay wedding, but I'd probably go with Derp King for that. Ah, shit, I'd have to relocate to California. That sucks. Yeah. Anyway, and then kill. Kill is a good one. Kill is a good one, because who am I going to kill in the Marble Blast community? Huh.
Yourself.
No, I wouldn't kill myself. I'm fine with myself. I am confident in my own person. That's not the way to phrase that. Honestly? Yeah! Kurt. Screw Kurt.
Kurt.
Not screw. Kill. Knife. Knife Kurt.
Changing your answer. Alrighty.
Okay. Rosie asks, Josh? And I have no... Actually, my answer to that question is... Horses. Jojo says, have you ever considered putting a live 24-hour webcam in your toilet for a sexy asterisk 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 stream? First off, I really question what those asterisks stand for. Like, do you mean sexy ass? Is that what
It's
you mean?
JoJo. Take a guess.
Oh, Jojo! No, I'm not into that. Also, I would not broadcast myself doing anything NSFW in the first place. Hi guy says, can you drop the marble from 99999Z and listen to the glorious sound of the bounce? You know what? Sure. Actually, hold on. Let me just put it at 009 just to... Okay, it is going to fall onto the ground. Okay. This is... It counts as going out of bounds because... because it is out of bounds. What happens if I delete the bounds? There we go. This is gonna take a while, so yeah. Rosie called me a pussy. Thank you, I'm flattered. MB says, if you had to kill one member of the MB community, who would you kill? Or MB Collector, rather, says that. And I already gave my answer. Jeff says, bleep you whirligig, hi guys, mine. Jeff, I thought you had actually already discussed this with him. But anyway. Jojo asks, what is your opinion on Bernie Sanders' recent stance on being strongly anti-furry? I have not heard of such a thing. I highly doubt that that's true. I think you're just trolling me. If you give me a reference, I'll take a look at it. Marbles says, do you agree H. Perks is gay? Considering that he's one of the few people in the Marble Blast community to have a girlfriend, no, I do not agree. By the way, here's a fun feature. If you just type T in the console, it auto-completes it with the parentheses and the semicolon. And I have that set as a command using what I call the cheat system, which is just a system for easily setting up console commands to display the marbles position. So yeah. Marble 2 says H. Perks is gay, it's a fact. Yeah, I doubt that. Rosie wants me to change the gravity so the marble falls faster. I can't actually do that at the moment. Mostly due to the fact that the way gravity works, there's some code. It sets the gravity every second, so if I wanted to change it, I'd have to actually change it in the script. You're actually noticing right now another thing that I've implemented, and that is air resistance. As it turns out, the marble now has a terminal velocity of 200 torque units per second.
That's cool.
Hi Guy wants me to remove the air resistance, so I will. I will set air density to 0, and then we should speed up even further. There we go. Okay. Oh, you can see the sky starting to glitch. That's fun. We're literally going so quickly that the sky is having trouble keeping up with us. Derp King asks, how sexy is JoJo? Honestly, from what I've heard of him, pretty unattractive, and I've never actually seen his face.
Oh, that's cold.
I'm sure he's attractive to somebody. Jojo asks, how do you manage to go through... Oh, here we go, guys. Hold on. We've only got a little bit of time before before this happens. You ready, people? You ready? Here it comes. That was a little bit disappointing, but what you just heard is the sound sort of cut out for a bit, and then it played. Also, we are going to bounce back up to like a quarter of that height now. Jojo asks, how do you manage to go through daily life with such a sexy dong? I don't actually think my dong is that sexy. I hate to disappoint you all. Rosie is mad at me for insulting Jojo. Jojo, if I offended you, I apologize. I don't feel like Jojo is the kind to be easily offended, but anyway. Oh, we're coming up on the second bounce now. Ready? Oh, 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 oh. Same sound that time. I think there is some sort of upper threshold to it. Alright, next question. Please. Oh, we're descending again. Oh, here we go. Jojo says, Whirly, can you give us your most genuine sexy moan? No. I will not do that. I mean, could I? Theoretically, yes. Will I? No. Actually, for it to be my most genuine, wouldn't I have to like literally be like, you know, jacking off or something? Derp King asks, what do you think of My Little Pony and bronies? I mean, you can like what you want, man. Bronies, in my experience, have tended to be slightly more cringeworthy than furries, but only slightly. So I can't really say anything bad about them. Nope.
How long do you think
Shoot.
we're going to keep the stream going?
Marble2 asks, what do you think of interracial couples? Well, you can like what you want. No, seriously, I don't see any problem with interracial couples in the slightest. I think they are valuable people in society and valued voices to the domain of romantic discourse. Yeah. MB Collector asks, do you think it would be possible to fix the way gravity modifiers affect the camera in Quaternion? That is, if they're in Quaternion. Fun fact, no gravity modifiers in Quaternion. At least not as I have planned. If you want to change gravity, you'll have to do that some other way. Jojo asks, can you invite your roommate to the stream to answer questions? I mean, I can invite him, I can't guarantee that he'll accept. Yo, Steven!
Docs.
He can't hear me from here. At some point, I'm going to, At some point, I'll just have to, like, message him or something. Oh, shit, I didn't get a blast. Yeah, I'm not actually going to complete this level. Rosie asks, how long do you think the stream is going to go on? Well, I don't know. As long as you guys make it. uh, one moment. I'm going to message my roommate. Okay. Marble2 asks, are you sexually attracted to men? You know, that's a very, very personal question to be asking. That's my answer, is that it's a very personal question. Okay, so there's a question for you, which is, what is it like living with Whirligig? Whirligig being me, if you didn't know that. I'm sure you do.
Well, it's a lot not like Syria.
It is apparently very unlike Syria. Wow, what
Example,
insight.
do explosions, and normally in Syria, there's nobody yelling at Marble Blast. I need to play that more.
Yeah, you should play some more Marble Blast, man.
Come Discord, bro.
It was one of my favorite childhood games.
Yeah, my roommate actually played Marble Blast as a kid.
Amazing.
Yep. Anyway. Derp King asks, what is it like not living with Jeef? Well, it's very unlike Syria. Now, it's decent. It's nice that I don't have to yell at him about challenges. Or anything that isn't such an old meme. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool to live with Jeff, but I don't know if Jeff would like it. After all, Jeff might not be the biggest furry fan. Jojo asks, Whirly, do you shave your genitals? Or do you keep them bushy to better stay in touch with your feline tendencies? Neither?
Let's find out.
If you really want to know, kids cover your ears. I do not shave them, but only just because I'm lazy and really have no reason to.
Feels bad, man.
MB Collector suggests I do a V-themed level or section. That would be kind of cool. I feel like the V mechanic in 3 dimensions would be a little bit disorienting. I don't know, you might get used to it. I don't currently have any plans for that at this time, and if you're going to suggest a new level or power-up for Quaternion, I'm afraid that for now, at least, I'm going to have to tell you, dude, don't give me these ideas because I can only put so many of them into the game, and I want to have a release this summer, dang it.
You should add hats.
No, I'm not going to add hats, you derp.
Add you.
Oh,
Pick one.
Jojo asks, hey roommate, what is your opinion on the origins of the name Whirligig being from the early days of his streams being Striptease Willy Whirl streams?
It sounds plausible. But I don't think so, because that's actually an idea planted by the NSA to trick me into not seeing the chemtrails, so nice try.
Okay, so he answered some conspiracy shit.
It's not a conspiracy, everyone can see it, except...
Well, he's correct to think that that is not the actual origin of the name Whirligig. Fun fact, the origin of the name Whirligig comes from the Spyro the Dragon series. In Spyro 3, there's a, what?
Spyro 3. Wasn't the tagline Give Me Daddy?
No, the tagline to Spyro 3 was not "Yif me, Daddy."
Oh.
I'm already getting enough furry jokes from the people on this stream, okay?
Well, who are you living with? We're living with Steve.
You bring up a good point. Anyway, Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon has a whirligig in it that you use to move between certain levels, and it looked kind of cool. And fun fact, the name whirligig was originally a misnomer because when I named myself that, I was thinking of whirlwinds, which are an entirely different gameplay mechanic. But whirligig stuck, I guess. So, oh well. Alright. Oh! Yo! Yo, there's another question for you. What are some of the funniest things Whirly has done? I'm thinking, were you around that one time I was acting like I was high?
That's what you always are.
No, you remember that. Jared still has, like, video footage of it, apparently. Of me, like, in one of the lobbies, like, spouting nonsense.
I mean, when you talk about math, it's hard to tell the difference.
That's fair.
Checkmate.
Well, what do you think is the funniest thing I've done?
That's a challenging question. I would need some time to think about that.
Okay, he needs some time to think.
But I'll preemptively say the time he fell down the stairs and died.
I did not ever fall down the stairs and die, by the way.
It was a good prank.
Ooh, here's a question for you. Has Whirligig ever purred in your ear late at night?
I don't think so. You yelled at me a lot. But I don't think you have done that.
Well, there's your answer,
I
folks.
presume I'm coming on the mic.
Do I snore? Is the next question.
Jared does.
I apparently don't.
I don't think I do. But
You generally don't. Derp King says you wake up and find out that you're a cat. What's the first thing that you do? That's a really good question.
huge amounts of gay sex.
I'll
no.
go back to sleep.
That's how fair it is. Come on.
Probably, like... Yeah, I'd probably, like, look at myself in the mirror, to be honest. Or something like that.
Get turned on.
Hey, roommate ASL.
Oh, 21 male. It's about 15 feet from Whirligig.
21 male and 15 feet from me. I can verify that that is in fact accurate. At least I think he's 21. He might be one of those spies who lies about his age.
I'm actually 500.
Oh, you're a vampire. Sweet.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
I thought you were a werewolf.
That too.
I'm kidding.
It's complicated. No, it is rumored in the local US community.
Oh, that's hilarious. Has Whirly ever wet his bed? They're asking you. He's laughing.
Except for the 27 times, no.
I did not wet the bed 27 times.
I would exaggerate.
You miscounted.
Okay, I'll go higher. That's full thing.
Hey, Whirly, Hi Guy says, can you turn up the volume and roll really fast along the ground without jumping? I'm not going to turn up the volume, but I am going to roll really fast along the ground without jumping. I hope that satisfies you.
It's really fast.
Oh, there's another question for you. Jojo asks, have you ever heard Whirly not fapping to furry porn while you pretend to be asleep?
Well, if I never pretend to be asleep, the answer could be yes. Due to the vacuous truth.
I like that.
Hi Guy wants me to fall in contact with a straight vertical surface.
Is he looking for like those what is it, ASMR sounds?
No, he's just looking for the fact that this sound system occasionally plays things really loudly.
I'm busy playing
Who-
with my pen, so.
Derp King asks, who in the MB community do you think is secretly a furry? There, does that satisfy you, Hi Guy? Does that satisfy you? Who do you think in the MB community is secretly a furry? Well, I'm guessing I'm guessing you mean besides BWTM.
It's not a secret.
Yeah. No joke. No joke. See, okay, I can't actually answer this question honestly because I actually do know of somebody, but I'm sworn to secrecy. Anyway, what?
Is it me?
Of course it's you.
Is it BWTM?
Is it?
Um.
Nobody will know.
Anyway, it sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? Anyway, but no, off the top of my head, just to give a silly answer, I will say, just saying, if your username and profile picture are a dragon, that is technically an animal.
Especially if it's bad dragon.
Especially if it's a bad dragon.
It looks pretty cool looking. I know some people who have the bad dragon logo on their like corporate laptops. Nobody bats an eye because it's just like a logo.
Yeah.
It doesn't say
Well, I know somebody who used to work for Bad Dragon. Never worked for Bad Dragon. From what I've heard, their HR is terrible.
I don't imagine the 30s. Christ. You can never do that, right? I mean, have you seen Fair Affinity?
Oh gosh. The drama, if anything, is worse from what I've heard. But anyway, have you? This is for you. Have you ever walked in on Whirly full on pretending to be a cat?
You don't walk in on this. It just happens. It's constant. It is a universal constant. Just like pi, just like e. It's one of those things.
Jojo asks, have you ever come across one of Whirligig's multiple kitty cat butt plug tails? And if yes, how bad do they smell / taste?
I fall unconscious, unfortunately.
To set the record straight, I do not have any butt plug tails.
I mean,
I have one that like hooks onto your belt.
I have a tail too.
Oh yeah, you do too. Yeah, yours
It's like a
is really long and soft. I like it.
I should push it. In the pile.
Hi Guy asks, can you try playing MBG Beginner blindfolded? I'd rather not because I'm actually planning to leak something about Quaternion at one point here. But anyway, maybe a little bit later. Marble 2 asks, will you ever do a shirtless stream like Savage? Oh, if you guys want me to do a stream shirtless, one moment.
Suspense.
Okay, I'm now shirtless. Are you happy?
I'm not very happy.
I literally just took off my shirt. No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
What?
For those of you... Okay, I wish I actually had some sort of webcam on right now because my roommate is waving a, like, 3-foot-long Nerf gun at me right now, and I do not want those bullets hitting my nipples.
They're actually bullets. I have to give you that. It needs like a belt, and it doesn't work right now.
Hi Guy wants me to leak the level with the really tall walls by falling while in contact with them. Hi Guy, I'd rather not leak that. Derpkin wants to know how sexy I am with my shirt off.
I have a question for Pie Guy. Why does he have a fetish for rolling on things?
It's Hi Guy.
Whatever the hell. Fetish guy. Why does he fetishize rolling down the wall?
Wait, did you just call Hi Guy fetish guy?
Yes, because he has a fetish for rolling down the wall. He keeps bringing it up. I thought it was Pie Guy.
Okay, I'm going to say why he keeps asking me to roll on walls. The reason is because the way the sound works in this game, I don't have a cap on how loud the rolling sound gets. So if you roll down a wall, you just speed up really quickly, and it gets really loud, and it sounds hilarious. Okay. Did you tell
That's
them how
hot.
sexy I look with my shirt off? Because they asked you that.
It looks okay. Could use a little more sit-ups.
Yeah, I definitely could use more
I got a
sit-ups.
one-pack going.
Um,
I need
this.
it.
Oh, hey. Jojo says, roommate, I think your voice is sexy. Purple heart emoticon. Can you whisper into the mic for ASMR?
Memes!
Jojo, hold on. Should I tell Jojo? Cause you actually do make like audio things
I mean, if that's up his
that are
alley.
intended to be pleasant to listen to. Yeah, I'm not going to recommend them to you, Jojo, simply because I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But
I never heard that about my work before. I would never wish it upon anyone.
well, I mean, if you don't like it, it's just like, why?
Yeah, pretty much. But at least it isn't like Ace Combat 4. I could go so much deeper.
Okay, they want you to take pictures of me and send them to the people watching.
I can take a picture of the floor. And then the ceiling. And average them.
Okay, so let's do another leak here. Check this out, guys. I'm going to type GG in the console, and you all are going to crap yourselves. Not literally, but this is kind of cool. Watch this. This is a thing now. If you think these sounds sound gross, by the way, these gluey, squishy sounds, please never listen to any of my roommates' work.
You can find me at Chemical Products at 13. Have fun, kids. Look it up.
Yes, he is on Fur Affinity with the username Chemical Crux. If you really want to look him up, then do so.
Check out the Deathclaw ones.
If you ever want to know what it would sound like to be eaten alive by an animal made entirely out of candy.
I was interested in
Hey, can you do one where it's Bernie Sanders? Because I think Jeff would like that.
that. I was thinking of Smash Mouth, like all of
Smash Mouth.
them. Somebody wants to- April 1st has gone.
Yeah, that's
I think all
next-
of you watched
next
it.
April. Or do a Robbie Rotten themed one. Anyway,
I have standards.
uh,
Being violated.
somebody says, tell your roommate he's owning this stream right now. That's somebody being H Perks. He says
Hey,
thanks.
man.
I mean, I own a lot of things.
Jojo asks, have you ever considered opening the very first furries only strip club? Sorry, but I think Caravan Palace already did. Derp King asks, have you tried covering your dong with quantum glue? You know, Derp King, ask a TMI question, get a TMI answer. If quantum glue actually existed, I would totally try that.
I'm good with the emergency with that one.
Okay. Assuming that it was safe to put on human mucous membranes, I would totally do that. Like that actually seems kind of hot. Anyway, I don't
You do now.
actually do I? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't explored it enough. MB Collector asks, is that the ripped asset? I I mean, my asset's gonna be pretty ripped tonight. No. Is what the ripped asset? If you're asking about quantum glue, I don't think quantum glue uses any assets from MBPU. Oddly enough, even the coding is completely different from the way MBPU's glue behaves. I completely redid it, made it better, made it not change your camera angle like something weird.
Nice. That was always kind of annoying.
MB Marble 2 asks, can you cover your drawing with Elmer's glue? I would not recommend that for many reasons. Not the least of them being that, like, and this is actually a good a question I've considered is, what happens if you like what would happen if you put a bunch of glue on your dick while it was hard, that like then hardened and like kept your dick from shrinking? Like, what would happen?
Stretch out. You can do it with your own hands if you want to try.
Okay.
Time for
But
extremely X-rated.
hey, roommate, really has always wanted to get into the amateur porn scene, but really needs a camera operator, but has always been afraid to ask. Wait, that's not a question! Oh gosh, he just picked up one of his cameras and waved it at me. Okay, anything else you folks want to know? How long can you make your nipples? They're not really long per se. They're kind of like, I don't know, maybe like a quarter of an inch or something. They're not very impressive. I don't know what you're looking for in my nipples. Please quote me as saying that.
So why did you decide to call the game Quaternion?
That's a great question. I think I've gotten this question before, but A, it sounded cool. B, it's at least slightly related to the game, because the game is about rotating things, and quaternions are used to represent rotations. There's sort of another reason for the name Quaternion, like, after the fact, but I don't want to spoil it.
Alrighty.
If you could change one thing about your body, Derp King asks, what would it be? You're probably expecting me to say, like, a tail or something. But no, honestly, if I could change one thing about my body, I'd change my metabolism such that I don't, like, gain a ton of weight when I eat too much. Because, like, yeah. Somebody else would probably deserve that far more than I would. Like, I am not the worst person in the world by far as my weight is concerned, but
Thanks for
it
having
is
me
something
qualify.
I've been trying to cut down on a bit this year, so yeah. Can you have a twerk off stream? Oh, a twerk off stream, not a twerk off stream. Because I'm like, why would you care? No, a twerk off stream with you and your roommate in full fursuits. The main problem with this is that neither of us has a full fursuit.
One check.
Yeah, if you're paying for our fursuits, then sure.
Digidegrade
Ooh.
all the way.
Okay, we're doing it.
Yeah, that's gonna set you back several $1,000s. Marble 2 asks, what turns you on the most?
Single pole, single flitter switch.
You know, You know, I could answer this question honestly, but I'm guessing that most of the viewers really don't want me to.
Let's have a poll.
Wait, what did you say into the microphone?
Ironic memes.
Yeah, if you guys really want to hear me talk about that, then I probably still won't because this is going on YouTube later. But if you want me to PM you, I can.
You never heard me speak. Okay.
Next question. Gosh, I'm like physically cringing just when you open the freezer and I have my shirt off on the other side of the room. Okay, really now?
Yes.
Just to prove a point, he opened both the refrigerator and the freezer.
Hey, Whirly,
Yes.
can you go inside the building and show us again? Ian missed part of the stream. He didn't get to see inside the building what it looks like.
Tell him to download the freaking demo and play it. This is all like this building is like old news. This has been released since December.
Okay.
I'm back.
And that was Jeff getting really pissy. No.
I missed it.
Not pissy, but like that was me getting pissy at Jeff, I guess. Hey, you want to see something cool? Watch this. I'm gonna die.
Do trap launch.
Yeah, trap launching doesn't really work in this game for that reason.
Yay.
MB Collector asks, which do you like better, MBP or MBPU? Well, don't you think I'm going to be a little bit biased? Honestly, I do like MBPU better. I feel like MBP is a little bit too cobbled together and is missing some of the really nice level design strategies that were discovered later in the community. Like, if it were all Phil's levels, it would be great. Don't get me wrong.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome, but Phil's too much of a... Well, never mind. So... Who's playing Pizzazz? Dang it, JoJo! The worst part is that I recognize that song from the first chord now. Oh, Marble2 says that the demo crashes. If the demo is crashing for you, let me know. Like, we could try to work out why that's happening.
Why are you
Anyway, I probably will like PQ better than MBPU though, if it goes the way it's looking. Marble2 asks, what do you think about Marble Blast Emerald? It's decent, I guess. I don't know, I never really got much interest in it.
Imperial already killed it. Jerk King, stop that.
What do you think about Marble Blast Super?
That's my answer.
What do you think about Marble Blast Gold 2?
I wish it were an actual legitimate thing and not just a meme. Like seriously, a Marble Blast Gold 2? Like, a mod with all of the awesome modding skills and, like, texturing skills and, you know, level building that people have today in the style of Marble Blast Gold is, like, my dream mod.
That's interesting.
And, like, people need to get better at doing Alex Swanson and Teary.
Actually, fun fact, Steven, I tried changing the marble in Quaternion to a cube once a few days ago. You could still roll it. It was really awkward to move, but you could still do it. Jojo asks, do your balls hang really low, or do they recede into your body when you get an erection? You know, I've never really checked...
I just have a counter question. What kind of weird weird health class did you have? With balls disappearing
What?
into your body.
Well, to be fair, I think balls do occasionally sort of move up a little bit.
Yeah, my eyes move. They don't fly out of my head.
You know, I stand by my roommate's answer on this one. What do you think about Marble Blast Alex's Island? WTF
God.
is that?
Oh no, you don't know.
I probably played it once upon a time, like
No, you haven't.
as a means of goofing off with noob mods.
No,
You'd remember it.
I mean, I do remember something like it, so maybe I did play it, and I'm just not remembering properly.
It's legendary.
it's legend. Oh, okay, wait, hang on. Yeah, here we go. Putting the link in Twitch chat.
Any other questions?
Put the link in Twitch chat.
Oh. Alright, let's open up this link.
Oh wait, I'm
Oh,
sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Take the How Salty Are You quiz.
How salty. I'm sorry. Whirly, I sent you the wrong one.
Okay.
The second link I put in is the real one.
Oh yeah, go try that. Play that live on stream. Quiz.
Oh, that mod! Yeah, I've seen that mod. I've seen that mod. Alright, next question. Hey, Whirly, long-time listener, first-time caller. That's not the case. My mom told me that your streams have been a bad influence on me and on others in the furry porn community. What measures will you take to be more welcoming to other younger viewers of furry porn?
Young viewers of furry porn.
Keep it safe for work.
You think I'm keeping the stream safe for work? What the shit are you smoking? And can I have some? I'm kidding, I don't want to smoke it. Give it to nobody instead. He'll smoke it. Anyway, I'm not going to try to be... I mean, if you guys really want me to be safe for work, I can, but I get the feeling that that's not really what the community wants at the moment. What the community seems to want is tons of furry porn jokes, so I mean, sure.
I mean, unless if you think furry porn is safe for work. Which
Depends on where you work.
you'd probably be...
Yeah, if you work for
smoking
Bad
something
Dragon. If you work for Bad Dragon, it might be safe for work.
That's
It's
good.
gonna raise.
What do you think of Bill O'Reilly getting fired? You know, I did not even hear a word about that scandal until he ended up getting fired. I don't necessarily disagree with their decision to fire him. I feel like, okay, in my experience, maybe it's just me, Bill O'Reilly basically seems like that show where, okay, they have people debate things, except, like, they always cut off the debate at the perfect moment so that it looks like the Republicans are winning and the Democrats are just getting pissy. I don't know. It's like debate team, but if your school debate team was just Jerry Springer. So yeah, I wish we had more like civilized, structured debate in this country, honestly. What's your opinion on Fox News being the first ever furry-themed cable news network? Bitch, you think Fox News is furry themed? Half the people who watch it probably disown their children for being furries. What do you think of the movement to remove Matan from forum admin? I have not heard of this movement. Please elaborate.
He said something about removing administrator status in his resignation post.
About removing what?
His administrator status from, I guess, the website altogether in his resignation post.
Did he just recently?
I'm not sure.
Does he want to be removed as an admin?
I don't know. This is not something that
Do we care?
I feel like because
Sorry.
okay, how many admins are there?
A lot.
Errol, Hi Guy, Jeff.
Yeah, you
Reggie?
can actually see
Reggie, there we
all
go.
up these.
I'm sure
I mean, I feel like he can do whatever he wants to do. I don't see a problem with him as an admin currently. But then again, I haven't been on the the forums that much.
Yeah, he's not really doing anything, so sure.
Well,
why not keep everybody on?
right. Hey, Worley, this question has been on my mind for a long time now. Is your
This game.
scrotum stretchy enough to allow you to fit your testicles inside Uranus?
Oh my
No, because Uranus is millions of miles from the planet. Serious answer. Are you asking your as in mine, or your as in like a person in general? Because that's a different question.
You.
Like me specifically?
You.
I have never tried to fit my testicles inside my anus, but I highly suspect that it would not go well for either my testicles or my anus.
No, you.
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 You. You.
You.
Okay, fine. You.
You're here to sabotage your stream.
No, you.
Any other questions?
Do you want the Josh?
Well, I want it done rare.
Oh my god, Dive is such a bitch.
Have you changed any of the physics in Quaternion? The physics
Yeah,
engine
well,
has been completely gutted and replaced, so yes. But I tried to make it at least feel enough like Marble Blast physics that Marble Blast players won't be completely thrown off. There are a few things that are different, though. One of the main obvious ones is wall hits don't work nearly as well as they used to. But yeah. Also, you have air resistance. Hey, Whirly, do your parents watch your streams? I bet they would be proud of your encyclopedic knowledge of furry prawn culture. Oh, that does say porn. Why did I read that as prawn? Furry porn culture. My parents do not watch my streams. Also, I'm hardly a walking furry encyclopedia. If you know me, you know that. There are so many furry things that I don't know. It's a whole culture, really. A whole subculture at the very least.
How much charge is it turning
Alright, any other questions?
Yeah, Josh mode is now an MVP. You have to step it up for Quaternion.
Oh, yeah.
You need one of your levels to be a foundation repair puzzle.
Okay, okay. You guys want Jaj mode?
Yeah, yes.
You guys want
please.
Jaj mode? Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
When did Nature Free get 12.68 on tightropes?
Oh, a while ago.
I think he's still salty about Tower Maze.
That would be... Does your butthole sag when you make your tail wag, or is it so stretched that you have to wear a bag? Neither.
They're just got the rhymes today.
Poetry Slam Quaternion.
Quick turn me on.
Everyone died. Making Jephus and Diggs. And Aaron.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Did I get this backwards? Should it be the other side of the screen?
No, looks good.
Because as it stands... Shoot, which side is which here? One side of the screen is normal and one side is flipped, but I don't remember which is which.
Can you just tell by rotating the camera?
Well, no, because the level is basically Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay,
Go back.
it
Go
looks
back.
like
Go back to the
Camera
start.
goes left.
Go back to the start. I think.
I think the left side is normal and the right side is flipped.
How do you not tell? Just rotate the camera a little bit to the left, and the side that goes left.
Yes, yes. Left side is normal, right side is flipped.
It's like put a towel over the right side of your screen.
Oh dang, this room actually looks really cool. It's so open. I wish this were a room. Oh no. Shit. What did I do?
Oh my god.
Glitches.
No, that's not a glitch. That was me not realizing there was a
Oh.
button there. Alright guys, we're gonna do, we're gonna step it up. We're not just gonna do Jaj mode. We're gonna do double Jaj
Do it all over
mode.
again.
Double Jaj mode. Ta-da!
Is that where you do Josh mode and then do it all over again?
Look at this, guys. Here you are.
Nice.
Oh. Alright. If I'm
This
playing
is
that,
actually really freaking hard.
it looks
That's
cool though.
what she said. Yeah, I made it to this thingy.
I can't even tell what that thingy is.
Now, staying in this is going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, I made it to the top floor. Sweet.
Alright, do the next part.
Oh my god. Those effects.
I will not be able to do this part. I should check and see if anybody's doing another questions. Thanks for streaming. I love your cummies. Thanks, Jojo.
Jojo,
I
give us
really
a sign off.
appreciate it.
Give us a sign off in voice chat, Jojo, so we can end it.
No.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
That is so freaking trippy.
Oh my god, that is so trippy. Oh my god, that is so trippy. Alright, there's your exit theme.
Well, to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a great time, and yeah, look forward to Quaternion at the end of this summer. And if you're ever wondering how development is going, maybe we can hold another Q&A at some point later this summer. I don't know.
Nice.
Until then, I am Whirligig, signing off. Have a wonderful evening. And,
Come Discord, bro.
And
Don't forget to subscribe.
have fun, America. I don't know.
What about Canada?
From Canada.
Alright, is that it?
Still hasn't clicked it yet.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for you guys to shut up for 10 seconds so that the stream doesn't get cut off in the middle of something.
You.
You.
You.